if you're wondering, Eric, how much money do I need to start a CPG brand? Well, let's go through it. Well, I would have to say it really doesn't cost much to start a CPG brand. I mean, some people may think it's 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, but let's really break down so you know exactly what to budget for when you're starting a CPG brand. If you're new to this, jumping into it, and you want to make a splash. So CPG brands can range anywhere from $1,000 to 10,000 to 20,000. It's all about your scalability, and it's all about depending on your approach and what you're looking to get out of it. But don't worry, I'll show you where you can start lean, of course, and where you can add in things where you need to invest so you can get a big splash. Number one, product development. So if you're looking to develop it, R&D research. Hopefully you've been working on these things. You've been finding your bottles, finding your product, creating something unique formula, mixing foods like, snack or skincare or whatever it may be. You'll likely spend somewhere between 2,000 to maybe 20,000, just for R&D, putting everything together, testing, prototyping, all types of stuff. And then you also got to think about packaging and label design. Expect to spend somewhere between 500 to 5,000, depending on the complexity of your custom packaging. Now, if you're looking to be like, hey, Eric, I need to save, you gotta, check out different places. But then you also gotta think about lab testing certifications. If you're in food, beverage, or if you're in skincare, you'll need to, make sure your stuff's compliant when it comes to testing if you're looking to go big. And that can range between $5,000 to $5,000, depending on, your regulations and what you're looking to get. Step two would probably be manufacturing. What's your inventory cost? What are you looking to get? What's your minimum orders or your MOQs, I should say, minimum quality orders? Many manufacturers require almost some minimums to be like 2,000, 3,000, especially depending on the first run. And that could be between 5,000 all the way to 50,000 depending on the product type. And as you can see, I'm just giving you ranges for a lot of things. But if you go private label where it's already created and all you have to do is put your label on it, you probably won't have to spend that much. You have a lower budget, and it'll probably be around 2,000 to 10,000 for your initial product. But it all depends on how much product you're getting in the beginning. Step three will be marketing and branding. You have to ask yourself, what are you looking to roll out? You're going to roll out a website, e-commerce, set up on Shopify. So those costs can range between like $29 to $79, depending on how big your site is. If you have the regular pay one or the higher premium one, or if you hire someone to set it up, or if you hire somebody to run it. And then let's not forget social media advertising. You can expect to spend between at least $1,000 to $10,000 a month, depending on how you use your ads, or if you just want to use influencer partnerships, or if you want to do a PR launch, or if you want to do a lot of seeding. You got to pay for a lot of that product to give out so that people can make UGC content. So just be prepared for another $2,000 to $20,000 on that. So it could be a lot. But to break it down, you don't need $100K to start. But having $10K to $50K, that will give you a solid foundation. I always say start lean, test, reinvest. And if you need more, kind of learn as you go. Learn as you go when I say need more. In the sense where write down what works, write down what doesn't work, and then you're able to kind of figure out everything. But at the end of the day, even after giving you all those numbers, you could still start a CPG brand with less than $5,000, with less than $10,000. Because like I said, when I had started doing water, I definitely started off with less. I didn't have 10K. I started off going the bare minimum in the beginning, and then kind of just figured it out as I go, building as I go. And a lot of times that's how we have to do. We have to jump out there and build the plane as we go. So essentially, let's just say, if we want to rewind and recap it, let's just say, all right, Eric, give it to me on the leanest of all terms. If you're starting off in the beginning and you got to be like, hey, Eric, I'm creating a product. I'm whipping up something in my kitchen. Something that's never been done. All right, I would be like, hey, whatever it be some CPG brand, it could be food. I would say, hey, create it. Get whatever dishes, get whatever bowls, get whatever things get whatever cups or get whatever bottles, whatever it be for food that you're going to put it in. Buy a lot of those bags, depending on what it is, or cups. Get those little things, get them from Uline, get those cups, market, write the ingredients on it, and in the beginning, start going down to the farmer's market and selling it there. When I used to go to the farmer's market, there used to be a lady who used to come, and one of them little mason jars, probably about this big, and she used to sell jam. Yeah, jelly jam. And I promise you, and she used to have like bread she used to make. Sold out every Whole Food, sold out every farmer's market. People were literally following her around just to get her stuff. They would go to her website, her Instagram. She would post where she was, and people would set out. It's like she would bring almost like $50, 50 bread, 50 jams, and be sold out in the first hour. And she was selling it like, I think maybe like $8 for the bread a piece, for the jam, $10 a jam, something like that. So imagine that. Boom, 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 in an hour, sold out. Roll out to the next, food market. Next event, boom, and wash and repeat. And the crazy part is she wasn't doing a lot of events because she didn't have time because she wanted to spend time with her grandbabies. But if she had more time, she would have been at every farmer's market. So I say all that to say, if you have a product you start off in the beginning, whether it be a skincare, whether it be a food line, a drink line, create as much as you can by getting their bottles by cheap off of Uline, and then going down to the farmer's market and start selling there so you can recoup your money that you're spending, and then also figuring out how to get your 60 seconds spill down, and then also figuring out what the customer likes and what the customer don't like. From there, in the beginning, you're going to just put your label on it like she was doing. She just used a regular little sticker, wrote on it, and put a label on it, and then or printed it out from FedEx, whatever, and put it on there, and then had the ingredients on the side because you don't want nobody to break out from anything that you put in there. She did that. You can do that as well too. So all that research and development, paying somebody at a lab $10,000, $15,000 to make this, make that, and then at the end of the day, it might even be a formula you like or a formula that you're not even going to use. You can save that money, mix it yourself, create in the beginning, go out to the farmer's market, get instant gratification and instant know that this is a formula that works or this is a formula you need to change. Boom. So right there, that's less than $1,000. Boom. If you decide to do private label, whether it be private label with the water, or if you decide to do private label in your skin brand, now all you gotta do is front $1,000 or pay the $1,000, get so much inventory, put your own label on there, and then get out to the races and start selling. Now, you're probably wondering like, Eric, how I do the packaging, the labeling, all that type of stuff. Well, if you want to save money, get on Fiverr, get on Dribble, get up Upwork, but I would suggest going to Fiverr. You can find a lot of people on Fiverr that can design your label, design your label for a jar, for water, for whatever it is, and you'll end up paying like maybe $200, $300, maybe less than that, and then boom, get it packaged, get it ready. They'll make it to you. You get it pressed out, or depending on who you got that's making your product private label, they'll be able to press it on there for you. Or if you have to go get it printed and then stick it on there yourself, that would work as well too. Sometimes you might have to go get it pressed out or printed from one of these sticker places, and then boom, get it put onto your product, and then you're off to the races. From there, that allows you to save a lot of money as well too. So now you're not paying complex dollars for things that you don't need in the beginning. So it's all about saving the money that you can save and then kind of going from there. If you're like, hey, Eric, I want to do e-commerce. Well, if you have the option, if you want to do a specialized box, you can get that off of Alibaba. Get those specialized boxes if you want. Sometimes they have a minimum order, or you can just start off in the beginning, get an unknown box, just put a sticker on the top and get that box from Uline. Buy 300 boxes for the low, have it come to you, get a sticker already made, boom, put the sticker on the top and start getting sales coming in. The whole plan, I would say, if it was me, would be to try to recoup my money that I've already spent right now, because in the beginning, people are going to know that you're going to slowly be building. Some people are like, I got to come out the gate with complex box, this, that, and then you spend all this money, and then all of a sudden they'd be like, you don't like the box no more, so now you got to go buy some more boxes. Or you find out your name, you can't use it because it's somebody already has trademark, so you spend all this money on boxes, now you can't use the boxes no more. Or, you spend all this on these boxes and it's not the right size. Or you get it and then all of a sudden you realize, hey, I need to be trying to change these boxes up so I can ship more product than just ship one SKU because I add extra SKUs. There's so many different variances that play a factor. So it's best to just start off small and lean, get these boxes off Uline, try them out, put the sticker on there, get the sticker from one of them sticker places, and then boom, off to the races. Getting that money back, because now you're out there making sales. When it comes to getting your website off of Shopify, you can go on Fiverr and get somebody to do it. You can pay somebody $129 to set it up, set up your Facebook ads. Set up your Facebook ads, set up your Facebook pixel, so that when people go to it from Facebook, all those type of things. You can get somebody to do all that for $129. Plus, they'll throw in a little discount for you to go on Shopify and get it free for the first 4 months for like $1 or something like that. So there's so many options that work out for you, but you got to be willing to look and not willing just to throw money out. Because if you start off with $10K, you can literally have all this stuff done for less than $3,000, $4,000 and have $6K for product seeding, which you could spend $1,000 on if you just want to give it out to everybody so they can make videos, and then maybe another $1,000 if you want to try different influencers and stuff like that. And it just works out when you just cutting it down and making sure that you're not out there throwing money around for things that you don't need. And then also when it comes to, like I said, we spoke about manufacturing. We spoke about when it comes to marketing. Like I said, with the marketing, you could actually if you're small, you had a small budget, if you need marketing, go out to the farmer's market. When people come out there to try your product, take pictures of them holding the product, or get your friends to take pictures of themselves holding the product or using the product. Things like that, because now it's free because you got your friends holding the product, you got your friends trying the product, you got your friends tasting the product, you take pictures of them. This is all free UGC content. Or if you have to really be like on a budget, like, I need other people to do it, you just kind of find people and you just like, look, whether it be friends, you can pay some of your friends to use it, or you could get some of these smaller micro influencers and you pay them and they'll be able to do it. Or a lot of them be willing to do it for free if you just send them the product. So it's all about just being able to get out there, hustle, being out there to realize that you're watching every dollar, you're watching everything you spend, and you're not out there just being like, all right, marketing, we got to spend $5,000 for the Facebook ads. We got to spend $2,000 for the Facebook ads. No, Facebook ads is expensive. Maybe it's not best to use Facebook ads. Maybe it's best for you to use TikTok ads. Or maybe it's best for you to use influencers. Maybe it's best for you using seeding. Maybe you had $300, you bought 300 extra products and you gave it all away for seeding, and all of a sudden you're getting 300, or let's just say you're getting 180, or let's just say you get 100 out of the 300. 100 people made videos for you. Now you got UGC content, 100 videos of people, trying out your product, liking it, and posting it. Now you can take their content, repurpose it, repost it, and then now you're good to go. So there's so many different things, there's so many different avenues. It doesn't have to be just a set complex of, I gotta pay this money, gotta pay this money, gotta pay this money, gotta pay this money. Because when I was starting it, I always had the mindset of the less I'm paying for stuff that I'm not using, the more I have to use for when I do need to be paying for stuff, whether it be inventory, whether it be paying for like ads, like on other pages, or just, paying for travel to events, or paying for, just any type of marketing that I do need. This is all money that I can save. And then I always had the theory of whatever I I want to get it back out there to the people so I can sell it and be returning it over. I don't want you to be sitting on $2,000 or $3,000 worth of inventory that's not going to be moving. So that's why whatever I did buy a lot of inventory was always designated to exactly when I know where it's going. It was never just sitting there like, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's like, this is going to go to here, this one's going to go to events, this is going to go over there. You had a plan for it because, in the beginning you want to keep it lean and not just have too much sitting around where you feel like, your inventory is eating up a lot of your costs. So those are different ways on how you can start your CPG brand, whether it be food, skincare, whatever it may be, on a small budget. And always remember, if you have any questions or concerns, leave them below, and I promise we'll get back to you, or I will get back to you with any questions you have. And like I said before, like I always say, this has been another episode of CPG 101 with Eric. And of course, I'm here to help. And I hope you enjoy it. And don't forget to subscribe and like for other videos, like I said before. All right, thanks.